The idea was to develop a decision aid to help people make decisions about whether or not technology-assisted mental health support might be right for them.
So the stage that we're at, we will use the video explainer to begin to support people to understand the concept of shared decision making.
So it is really about shared decision making, about making sure that people's preferences and needs and wishes are taken into account when they are deciding about what mental health support they get.
And what people essentially came back to us and said, we have no idea what you're talking about. Is there a way that you can develop something that will essentially tell us, give us a little bit of background, and then help us to understand before we've even entered the stage of doing the shared decision-making tool, what it is, what it means, and what it entails?
We want people to kind of be more comfortable using digital programs and things like that, because, I mean, ever since COVID, more and more things have become online. And a lot of treatments are becoming online as well.
That was the whole reason why the explainer was designed and required, really, because a lot of the words that academics use are not really accessible to the majority of people.
So we had a basic idea that we brought to the workshops, and we wanted the participants to tell us what they think and how they want the video to be presented, including what words they wanted to use, the colours, the accents. Everything about the video has been co-produced.
So the workshops brought together a group of people, so people working within services, but most importantly, people who are likely to be using the shared decision-making tool, and people who've had experience of utilising digital therapeutic tools in the past.
To build the script, we went into those workshops and asked people what they needed, what they wanted, what worked for them, what they wanted to hear in a video explainer, what they thought was patronising or overdone with NHS videos. So we tried to take all that back, strip it back, and say, right, well, what do you want?
So they went from the original concept all the way through what the individual words were going to be within the video.
I think it was integral that the participants were part of that process, and that they were able to hear themselves as in that script. So we were using language and phrases that they were using, and that was really useful for us as filmmakers to be able to understand the message that we had to get across. But it was also important for them to feel that they had ownership over that script.
You know, I definitely remember having conversations surrounding things like accents, visuals. We looked at examples of previous digital explainers for other things, and kind of picked out what we liked, what we disliked.
People gave us ideas, they gave us quotes, we were writing these down and recording all of these wonderful things that people were saying. And then we went away and we sat and we tried to form a script. The participants suggested different imagery that they thought would be good to have in there, such as representing different demographics of people, and having things, yes, for example, like the toy box in the side of the scene. So you got an idea of maybe you can't leave the house because you're looking after children, or maybe you're socially anxious, so you don't want to talk on the phone. So we took these ideas and turned them into visual symbols, if you like.
It was great. Like I say, I could really find where, you know, participant information and participant suggestions had come up.
In the video, when you look at it, you can actually hear all the bits that we wrote down. So there's nothing in there. I can attribute the phrases to the individuals who are sat around those tables. It's an incredibly collaborative process. That what we had was a large group of people at times who I think when they look at this will be able to see their own voice within it.
It was really well done. It wasn't too overwhelming. It wasn't too long.
I thought the animation was amazing. I thought the speed, the communication style, the communication level, the point it's trying to get across was just perfect. It was layman's terms, there wasn't too many technical words, and I loved the animation. I thought it really enhanced the message it was trying to achieve.
It's not just about being confronted with something where you go, that's impressive. It's about being confronted with something that's both impressive and it's reflective of the actual conversations that were had. I think the video has delivered on the vision that I'm not going to say we had, the vision that was developed over the time that we held the co-production workshops.
Great things about it being accessible, down to earth, not patronising, well-paced, brilliantly designed, professional, polished, and all sorts of keywords that we were hoping for in a way. So I'm really, really pleased with that collaboration.
So I highly recommend Digital Voice as a partner in any future work, so thank you very much for that.